if you have to figure out a math problem or something like that, you kind of have to have a strategy. How am I going to go about this? What do you think about when you actually play the blues? Any blues?
Well, yeah, it depends. I mean, for starters, would be the song that I'm playing the blues over. So, I mean, that's a semi-starting point. You know, it's the melody of the blues.
Okay.
And then the other thing I think about is the blues scale. You know, obviously having that in mind.
Well, kind of start off on the basic line and expound on that as each chorus goes by. Try to build it up to a climax.
Okay.
And like you said, employ the blues scale and whatever else might fit into the equation there.
Okay. Yeah, I like to. I use the ostentatious term of an improvisational algorithm. So like a step-by-step process of how do you, you know, how do you play. But with blues, it's kind of different for me.
I always think from the bass player's perspective, but I always think like just 1, 4, 5. I got to get back and forth, and what key am I in? And same thing on blues scale, like flat to 3, flat to 5, and you know how am I gonna basically get up and back and forth with that, you know, hitting that.
The blues is really like a feel. It's really a feeling, the way to play it. So I'm not a big fan of blues scales, or like if you're playing bebop scales. I'm not, you know, they're like, I think, convenient theoretical, you know, constructs, but it's not really the music. It's kind of, it seems to me like, especially with the blues scales, it's like somebody listened to blues people playing, and they started with a major scale, and every note that was not in the major scale, they just added it and said, okay, this is the blues scale. So people kind of think if they play that scale, they're playing the blues, but really, blues is sort of like a feeling. I think you really have to like listen to really some of those really old blues singers, you know, I mean, that just guitar and voice, because they sing all kind of weird pieces of that's just not part of the chord at all, you know. And if you're thinking about it in a strictly Western European kind of theoretical thing, it's kind of hard to figure it out, because to me this music is more like language acquisition, you know. When you were like 1 year old or 1.5, somebody didn't like come up to you with a grammar book and say, well, here's a noun. Now you use a noun for this, and this is a, you know, they kind of just talk to you, and you hear people talking, and you start understanding the meaning of speech because you hear it. So I mean, one thing you really got to listen, you know, and with blues, since it's pretty much 1, 4, 5, and so many of the notes sort of relate, and you can play the same thing, I like to usually go around the room and have folks play a single phrase, a repeated phrase that you can riff through to the whole chorus. So you get and basically you're dealing more with rhythm and placement than you're dealing with just notes in a scale. Yeah.
But you're going to start on the root and end on the third, and then
So can you take, let's just take the first two measures of the blues and then show by example, and then we'll copy it. Good, let's do that much. Let's do that much.
All right.
Okay?
It may be the last lick that goes over the 2 bars. It may go out of range for Brad. Okay.
You can do the Barry Harris pivot. Let's try it slow.
1, 2, 3, go.